Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks, we strap it up, and we get better each week. This is one of those times you got to take advantage of it, all right? So let's get at it.
Ready? Get the oar. Hit it. On the set. Up. Go. 18. Go. Set. 30 base. Get it. You ready? Let's go.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You've taken the first steps towards success in this league. But don't fall back and get lazy. There's more steps ahead, so you got to keep it up.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the Denver Broncos. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. Standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Down. 10-2 stop. Hard. Hard.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl, and his throw intercepted by the All-Pro corner Kyle Fuller. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Off the play fake. Marshall. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The pass there complete to Sutton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
He's 6'6", pull it high. Big grip.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Off play action. Marshall. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports.
We ain't giving up nothing.
They'll run with Lindsey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
4th-round guy, and many thought that's about where he would go, but I think he's got some upside, right?
He can come right in and be what they call a core special teams player, playing all 4 phases of it.
And he will score! Touchdown, Denver! It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they... Now, following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On 1st down, Marshall. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. Finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Off the play fake, Marshall toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Marshall. He completes this to Sutton. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Marshall. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Throwing on first down, Marshall. And this is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And now it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On second down, a run with Lindsey. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, Marshall. And that is incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Well, the Broncos had 15 fourth down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. He's got his tight end Fant. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions. But Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine, and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Marshall. And Matthews makes the ground. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Looking to throw on second down. Marshall. It's caught. Smith. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Marshall to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw again, Marshall. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10.
Hey, pick your game up.
On 1st and 10, Marshall. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun on 3rd down, Marshall. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action. Marshall. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Lindsey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock. Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag. No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, Marshall. And he's got Hireman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Blue draw quarters.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one complete to Smith. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2. Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, Coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Broncos, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.
Today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks, we strap it up, and we get better each week. This is one of those times you got to take advantage of it, all right? So let's get at it.
Set. 60 outlaw. Ready. Down. 60 or. Leaf river. You ready? Hit it. Come on, set. 8, lead. Up. Let's go now. 30 base. Let's go.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You've taken the first steps towards success in this league. But don't fall back and get lazy. There's more steps ahead, so you got to keep it up.
Keeping up with the Joneses? Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Aaron Jones, no picnic a week ago. He's looking for another big game, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Green Bay Packers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, Marshall. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
Let's go. Let's do it.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right, probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake. Marshall. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack at second. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Packer football here. First. And we drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game. Throwing on first down. Marshall. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
On 3rd and 2, Marshall forced out to his left. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Marshall. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down now, it's Lenzen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
30 base.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, Marshall. He'll get this to Philip Lindsay, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Even though he's a 4th rounder, I think he might have a chance to play and prove that, hey, I could have been taken higher in that draft.
And we've seen so many times now, guys who go lower in the draft, undrafted free agents that become big-time players, Pro Bowl players. So you never know. 4th-round pick has a chance to be a really good player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. Off play action. Marshall steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Marshall airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. We're holding on to the lead. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. Off play action. Marshall. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And his guys are going to... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Throwing again. Marshall buying time to his left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Marshall dancing to his left. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Marshall complete. Smith has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On first down, Lindsey. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And an alley to run. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but It's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
From the 2 now, second and goal. He's back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up?
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. On first down, Marshall being chased out left. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Looking to throw. Marshall airs this out from it. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Packers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.